When you define relationships between pairs of Excel tables, Excel adds them to the workbook's data model. You can then use the data model rather than an individual table as the basis for your pivot table. In this movie, I will show you how to do that using the Create Pivot Table dialog box. My sample file is creatept0902, and you can find it in the Chapter 9 folder of your exercise files collection. In this workbook, I have 3 tables, and those are on the Customers worksheet, where I have customers information, the Products worksheet, where I have product information, and Orders, where, you guessed it, I have orders information. These tables are separate rather than combined, but I have already created a data model by defining relationships between the Customers table and the Orders table, and the Products table and the Orders table. I will be able to use those tables then in my pivot table without combining all of the data together. To show you what I mean by the data model, I will click the Data tab on the ribbon, and then in the Data Tools group, click the Relationships button, and you can see the relationships there, and I'll click Close. To create my pivot table, it doesn't matter which cell I have selected. I'll click the Insert tab on the ribbon and click Pivot Table. And in the Create Pivot Table dialog box, I will select the Use This Workbook's Data Model option. I'll leave it on a new worksheet and click OK. And over on the right, in the Pivot Table Fields task pane, you see that I have my 3 tables: Customers, Orders 5, and Products. Let's say that I want to create a simple pivot table based on products by category. So I will click the Expand or Show Detail control next to the Products table, and I will drag Product Category to the rows area. So I have my product category. I'll increase the zoom a little bit so it's easier to see, and scroll back up. And then in the values area, I will add quantity. That comes from Orders 5. So I'll click the Orders 5 detail control, scroll down, and drag quantity to values, and there I have them. One important thing to note about creating a data model in a workbook is that you are not able to define a calculated field for a pivot table based on the data model. So for example, if I want to calculate the total price of each order, then I would want to multiply quantity, which is here, and then multiply that by price under Products. In this case, if I go to the Analyze tab of the ribbon and click Fields, Items, and Sets, you'll see the calculated field is grayed out. And that's because you can't create a calculated field based on values in the data model. So what that means is that if you want to create a calculated field, don't add your tables to the data model. However, if you don't need to, if you can get the data another way, then the data model is for you.